Hello, Mr. Daydream here. Can I help you? Hello everyone, Mr. Daydream here. Welcome to the show. Inconveniences. We all had to deal with them. Like how it rains on the day you plan to go to the beach, or when your truck breaks down when you need to be somewhere quick, or when a blackout happens during the big game, or when something disrupts you during snack time. But see, inconveniences like that are normal. It's Murphy's Law. There isn't really anything you can do about them other than just deal with them. But you know what I don't like? Inconveniences that didn't have to be this way. They could have been prevented, but some knucklehead thought,
"Hey, this is a fantastic idea. People would love it. I'm such a genius."
No, you're not. You're just a delusional moron who needs to lay off the drugs. So let's begin this video on inconvenience and how it's not innovative. Electronics are great, but what's not so great is when companies decide to... Hello, Mr. Daydream here. Can I help you? Huh? What are my hobbies? Well, I used to collect sand and... Wait, why are you asking me this? Huh? You're interested in me in some fitness program? No, thanks. No amount of exercise can fix this nose. Bye. I hate it when my number gets passed from one advert to another. Anyways, as I was saying, electronics are great, but what's not so great is when companies decide to make changes to the product in order to make it different. Newsflash, different doesn't always mean better, especially when it comes to these examples. Where are the buttons? No, seriously, where are they? I can't find them anywhere. How am I supposed to turn this thing on? Where's the power button? Where's anything? See, this is what I don't get with TVs nowadays, is how they just feel they need to make the buttons as obscure as possible. Whatever happened to just having them in plain sight? Look at this old TV from my youth. Look at all the buttons. You can see everything you need. Channels, volume, as well as a big round power button. So why do TVs of today just get rid of such a convenient layout? Instead, they make the buttons smaller and harder to find. Now, before someone says the obvious, "Oh, why don't you just use the TV remote, you idiot?" Listen here, you little numbskull. This thing right here is notorious for getting lost all the freaking time. Especially when you have a large family. So if it gets lost, good luck finding it. Imagine going to a hotel or a friend's house and you come across one of these things. Obviously you're not going to figure out how it works the first time. You end up observing it like the monkeys from 2001: A Space Odyssey. It makes you feel like an idiot. So why do so many modern TVs make the buttons so small and so obscure as much as possible? Is it because they think that the button layout is an eyesore? That people won't enjoy watching movies if they constantly see the buttons? Even if that was the case as to why they do it, it's extremely stupid. Like, oh, okay, convenient button placements are going to be an eyesore to the customer, but they don't at all think that their big, bright, bold company name pasted on the very front of the TV is? Oh, we can't have the buttons on the front of the TV. It's too distracting for the customer. Oh, but our company name? It absolutely has to be there. We have to constantly remind these people who they bought the TV from. Well, if that's the case... With the passage of time, it seems as though almost every piece of technology that uses wires are slowly becoming wireless. We see it with telephones, with gaming controllers, and TV remotes. What? That last one has always been wireless? Huh. No wonder it gets lost all the time. Anyways, I can see why they do this, since wires can get tangled very easily, and if they break, then the device can no longer be used. Anything wireless could eliminate those problems. But it can also create some new burdens. For instance, you would constantly have to replace the batteries or recharge the device when it's out of power. So it really comes down in terms of preference. But what if that option was taken from you, whether you like it or not? Enter the iPhone 7, Apple's new device, and I say new very loosely because I can't really tell what's new about it. It looks the same as the older phones. But anyways, this particular iteration was met with a lot of backlash. The main reason? There's no headphone jack. Just why? There's no reason to do that. This is another type of innovation that I despise, where companies think that removing convenient features would somehow make the device new and different. Since when does removing something count as innovative anyway? I mean, it makes sense when it comes to removing inconvenient things such as the bulkiness of the product or the long load times. But convenient features such as the headphone jack? That just sounds like a desperate move in order to make your product stand out. In a stupid way. The phone comes with these things called AirPods, wireless earbuds that look more like add-ons for your electronic toothbrush. The problem with these is that you have to recharge both of them every few hours, and since they're so small, they can get lost very easily. But the final blow that really blows is how replacement AirPods cost $159. That is absolutely ridiculous. This whole thing just sounds like a scummy move to get even more cash. Look at these AirPods. The design is ridiculous. Couldn't they have made it to where it goes around the ear like a hearing aid? That way it doesn't fall off as easily? It's as if they deliberately designed these things to get lost. Even Apple themselves claimed that it took courage to remove the headphone jack. Courage? Courage for what exactly? Courage for knowing that it was a dumb move and you're gonna have to deal with a ton of backlash? Yeah, that was certainly worth the courage. What's worse is how now even Google is opting to get rid of the headphone jack completely on their smartphones. Why? Because of Apple, of course. You know, for a company that sells smartphones, it's pretty dumb. Why is this even a thing? Remember when you enter a restaurant and you look at the menu to see what food to get? Very simple stuff. Now, how would you like it if the menus are starting to become digital? Like, I don't know, am I the only one who thinks that's a terrible idea? Do we really need menus being displayed through TV screens? Like, having it on a piece of cardboard is not good enough? What I really hate about these things is when they display two separate menus on the same screen, back to back. I don't know why they do this. Maybe it's because the menu is too big for the TV screen, but whatever the reason, it's extremely irritating. Like you'll be trying to make an order only for something like this to happen. Okay, let's see. A small fries $1.39, a medium fries $2.19, and a large fry $2.59. Maybe I should get some hash browns. Come on now. Well, might as well get a drink. Let's see. They got soft drink. They got Minute Maid, premium orange juice. Come on now. This is okay. Let's see. They got McCafe, which is $2.99. They got shakes, and they got a McFlurry. Oh man, this is so annoying. Come on, get back to the menu. Back to the menu. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's see, McFlurry, they got sundae, cookies sounds good, they also got pot. You son of a... You see, this is garbage, totally unnecessary. But you want to know what the worst part about these things are? Unlike regular menus, digital menus require... Electricity. Yeah, that's right, electricity. So that's more for your electric bill, all because you want to feel advanced. The other problem with these things is that they could break down and you would have no choice but to call tech support to fix a menu. But if you used a regular menu like everyone else, then you wouldn't have to worry about any of this stuff. How did this get approved? Did they not see the glaring flaw from the get-go? What were they thinking? It really saddens me how we're this far into the future and we don't even have hoverboards yet. Those don't count. Instead, all we get are food menus being displayed through a TV screen. Goody. I can't wait to see them try to revolutionize trash cans where the lid opens automatically. Why not? That's the next logical step. Oh boy. Now it's time to talk about the train wreck that is... Windows 8. For PC users, the Start menu is quite possibly the most useful button ever. You click on it and it shows this convenient list of options, programs, and a bunch of other things. Now, for some reason, Microsoft thought to themselves, hey, you know that one button everybody uses? Why don't we just remove it completely in the next version? Duh. That's probably what happened. So let's check out Windows 8. Okay, first of all, it shows off this weird futuristic panels of options, ads, and a bunch of other things. That's nice and all, but how do I actually use the computer? I don't care about any of this other stuff. Oh, desktop? There we go. Now on to the Start menu. What? It starts me back here? What the heck? The menu button now serves as a shortcut for this gimmicky interface? This is stupid. Where can I access the web? Internet Explorer. Get real, people. Now, one of the most confusing things about Windows 8 is, where are the options? I can't find them anywhere. Not even this dumb futuristic menu seems to provide it. The first problem I had when using Windows 8 for the first time was trying to figure out how to shut it off. I couldn't find the power button anywhere. It's no longer under the Start menu. It's not anywhere on the desktop. Not even this stupid futuristic menu has it. What's the point of this thing anyway? For a while I've always shut down the computer by holding down the power button for a few seconds. It's not the preferred method, but I just couldn't find the shutdown button anywhere on the desktop. So I assumed that this version of Windows just didn't have it. But as it turns out, it does have a shutdown button. You want to know where it is along with the settings? Well, guess what? They are on the desktop. In fact, they were there the whole time. So where are they, you might be asking? I don't see them anywhere. Well, that's because they're hidden. Hidden? Are you for real? Why not just have them shown at all times? So anyways, in order to reveal them, you drag the cursor to the top right or bottom right corner for a few seconds. Then there we go. That's where the settings were this whole time. Again, why? Why did they have to hide it like that? Couldn't there be like a clue, or better yet, just have the options shown the whole time? Like what, are they worried that it would be an eyesore having these options take up 5% of the screen? So they feel the need to just hide it? So anyways, how do I shut down the computer? What are the buttons? Search, share, start? What? All Start does is take you back to this idiotic futuristic menu. We already have this one here hogging the spot where the Start menu used to be. Do we really need two of them? Devices and settings. Again, how do I shut down the computer? Well, guess what? It's under settings. Isn't settings more associated with customizing the computer? Why did they place it under that of all things? Anyway, so you click it and, oh, power. So you click that, and now you can finally shut down the computer. How the heck was anyone supposed to figure that out? Instead of just having everything in plain sight, they decided to just hide everything in plain... I'm done. In conclusion, things are bound to change over time, for better or for worse. My only problem are changes on products that make them more inconvenient than ever before, for no reason. So please, let's have less of those and more of changes that actually make the product better, not worse. So thank you very much for attending today, and I hope to see you again. And remember to... Hello? What? No, this isn't Mr. Daydream. This is, Harbinger Beak. Yeah, you probably got the wrong number. Huh? Auto insurance? Thanks, but no thanks. I'm already covered. And like I said, you probably got the wrong number. Huh? What do you mean that I'm missing a deal of a lifetime? What do you mean that if I sign up now, I'll be able to enter a drawing for a chance to win $10,000 in cash prize? What do you mean that you're getting sick and tired of me repeating everything you're saying and that I'm doing it unknowingly as a clever way to translate your nonsensical gibberish so the viewers will be able to understand what you just said? Well, that was weird.